questions?
Well, let's start off with the ones that shouldn't be asked, and people tend to think these are the discriminatory questions, so whether it be racial discrimination, age discrimination or sexual discrimination. Of course, one shouldn't ask those questions, but there are lots of other questions that people shouldn't ask. In basic terms, you shouldn't ask the standard pre-packaged questions because you'll get standard pre-packaged answers. So for example, I would say the most pre-packaged answer to any question is the question, why are you looking to leave your current firm? Now, that candidate has spent the night before thinking, what am I going to say to that question? They might come up with 2 or 3 various responses, which they might have run through with their girlfriend or their husband beforehand and decide that option B sounds like the right one. So consequently, if you're going to ask that question, then what you might do is, which I always do in an interview, I'll ask, why are you looking to leave your business there, Lynn? I'll listen to you very attentively, and then I'd say, and what other reasons? And 9 times out of 10, the candidate will give other reasons, and those other reasons will be much closer to the truth. So, in a sense, avoid the standard questions. Obviously, the whole interview is designed to get the candidate to talk. So, we're going to use lots of open questions. Tell me about your current role. How did you go about doing this? So, lots of open questions. But it's quite right every now and then to ask a closed question to confirm a point. Now, I suspect the most difficult question to get an accurate answer from is probably, what did you bill last year? Because a canny estate agent will say, well, in my best month, I billed £35,000. And you may ask it again, what did you bill last year? Well, in the final quarter, I billed £75,000. So therefore, you would ask a closed question to clarify that. We want to probe, therefore we want to ask lots of questions which funnel down to what the person did. What we're often guilty of, all of us, is the multiple question, where we run 2 or 3 questions together because we're operating this before we operate what's up here. And the most dangerous question of all is the hypothetical. What would you do if? And I would say the hypothetical question gives us no reliable evidence at all, because most of us know what we should do in any given conversation, and therefore we merely tell the interviewer what we think they want to hear. Whereas it's much better, rather than saying, what would you do, is to say, have you had an example of that? What did you do? And we can therefore explain or explore some real experience. And therefore, to me, it's about, give me an example, let's explore it.